Archery. Archery in Paris 2024 is a game about focus, featuring 128 archers using recurve bows to aim at targets 70 meters away. It's a knockout format, with key skills being precision and control. Artistic gymnastics. Artistic gymnastics, an Olympic sport since 1896, involves gymnasts performing on apparatuses like the vault, bars, and beam. It combines strength, flexibility, and grace. Artistic swimming. Artistic swimming, featured since 1984, combines swimming, dance, and gymnastics in choreographed routines. Precision and coordination are key. Athletics. Athletics includes track and field events like sprints, distance running, jumps, and throws. The 100 meters sprint showcases explosive speed, while the marathon tests endurance. Badminton. Introduced in 1992, badminton is a fast-paced racket sport played in singles or doubles. Players use a shuttlecock, aiming to land it in the opponent's court. Basketball. Basketball, debuted in 1936, features two teams of 5 aiming to score by shooting a ball through a hoop. The game runs for 40 minutes, divided into 4 quarters. Basketball 3x3. Basketball 3x3, added in 2020, is a fast-paced game with 3 players per side on a half court. It's played until a team scores 21 points or in 10-minute halves. Beach volleyball. Beach volleyball, started in 1996, is played on a sand court with teams of 2. Matches are won by the first team to win 2 sets, with sets played to 21 points. Boxing. Boxing, an Olympic sport since 1904, involves 3 rounds of 3 minutes each for men and 4 rounds of 2 minutes each for women. Competitors aim to outscore opponents with skillful punches. Breaking, added for 2024, features athletes performing intricate footwork, spins, and freezes to music. Competitions are judged on creativity, style, and technical skill. Canoe Slalom. Canoe Slalom involves navigating a whitewater course with gates in the fastest time. It has been an Olympic event since 1972, testing speed, precision, and control. Canoe Sprint. Part of the Olympics since 1936, Canoe Sprint involves racing over flat water in sprinting canoes or kayaks over distances from 200 to 1,000 meters. Cycling BMX Freestyle. Introduced in 2020, BMX Freestyle features riders performing tricks on BMX bikes in a park setting, with points awarded for difficulty and execution. Cycling BMX Racing. Added in 2008, BMX racing involves riders competing on a dirt track with jumps and turns, reaching speeds up to 60 kilometers per hour. Cycling mountain bike. Introduced in 1996, mountain biking challenges riders on rugged terrain with steep climbs, descents, and obstacles, testing endurance and skill. Cycling road. Cycling road, a staple since 1896, includes long-distance races on paved roads, testing endurance, strategy, and speed over distances up to 250 kilometers. Cycling track. Featured since 1896, track cycling involves racing on a banked velodrome track in various events like sprints, pursuits, and points races. Diving. Diving, an Olympic sport since 1904, involves performing acrobatic dives from springboards or platforms, judged on execution, difficulty, and entry into the water. Equestrian. Equestrian, part of the Olympics since 1900, combines dressage, show jumping, and eventing, showcasing harmony between rider and horse. Fencing. Fencing, part of the Olympics since 1896, features sword fights in 3 disciplines: foil, épée, and saber, with competitors aiming to score points by making touches on their opponents. Football. Football, or soccer, has been an Olympic sport since 1900. Teams of 11 players compete to score goals in matches played over 2 45-minute halves. Golf. Reintroduced in 2016, golf is played on an 18-hole course where golfers aim to complete each hole in as few strokes as possible. Handball. Added to the Olympics in 1972, handball is played on a 40x 20-meter court with teams of 7 players passing and shooting a ball into the opponent's goal. Hockey. Field hockey, an Olympic sport since 1908, features teams of 11 players competing to score goals by hitting a small ball into the opponent's net. Judo. Introduced in 1964, Judo involves throws, pins, and holds to win matches. With weight categories, Judo emphasizes technique and strategy over brute strength. Marathon swimming. Marathon swimming, added in 2008, involves a 10-kilometer open water race, testing endurance and navigational skills. Modern pentathlon. Debuting in 1912, modern pentathlon combines fencing, swimming, show jumping, running, and shooting, testing all-around athleticism. Rhythmic gymnastics. An Olympic sport since 1984, rhythmic gymnastics combines ballet, gymnastics, and dance with apparatus like ribbons and hoops. Rowing. Part of the Olympics since 1900, rowing involves racing boats over 2,000 meters, testing speed, endurance, and teamwork. Rugby Sevens. Added in 2016, Rugby Sevens features teams of 7 players competing in fast-paced matches consisting of 2 7-minute halves. Sailing. An Olympic sport since 1900, sailing involves racing boats across open water courses, showcasing skill and strategy. Shooting. Introduced in 1896, shooting features precision events with rifles, pistols, and shotguns, focusing on accuracy and control. Skateboarding. Debuting in 2020, skateboarding features events like street and park, with athletes performing tricks and stunts on ramps and urban obstacles. Sport climbing. A new addition for 2020, sport climbing features climbers scaling indoor walls with various routes, judged on speed, difficulty, and bouldering. Surfing. Surfing, debuting in 2020, involves athletes riding waves on a surfboard, judged on the quality and difficulty of their maneuvers. Swimming. Swimming has been part of the Olympics since 1896, featuring races in various strokes like freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. Table tennis. Introduced in 1988, table tennis involves players hitting a lightweight ball on a table, emphasizing quick reflexes and precision. Taekwondo. Added in 2000, Taekwondo focuses on high, fast kicks and dynamic moves, with athletes competing in weight categories. Tennis. Part of the Olympics since 1896, tennis involves singles and doubles events on hard, grass, or clay courts, emphasizing strategy, agility, and powerful strokes. Trampoline. Added in 2000, trampoline gymnastics features athletes performing acrobatic routines, judged on difficulty, execution, and landings. Triathlon. Debuting in 2000, triathlon combines swimming, cycling, and running, testing endurance and transition skills. Volleyball. An Olympic sport since 1964, volleyball involves teams of 6 players trying to score points by sending the ball over a net. Water polo. Introduced in 1900, water polo features teams of 7 players trying to score goals in a pool. The game is intense and physical. Weightlifting. Weightlifting has been part of the Olympics since 1896, with athletes lifting heavy weights in 2 styles, the snatch and the clean and jerk. Wrestling. An ancient sport since 1896, wrestling features 2 athletes competing in freestyle or Greco-Roman styles, aiming to pin the opponent or score points through throws and holds.